Hello, welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Two Bar Connection with your hosts Jesse and
James.
what's up, man? So we are now on episode 9.
Yes,
We
indeed, we are. Very exciting.
took a little longer to record as we'd have liked again, but life happens.
Yes,
People get sick.
life. Oh yeah, people get sick. People go on vac.
I'll let you know. I'll
Yes.
let you guess who that is.
Oh my God,
But
dude.
I'm okay now.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, I know I asked you off camera, but you sure you're all right? You're good. Everything's
Yeah, no,
good.
no, no. I'm
You
good. I'm
feel
good.
good?
It's just at this point now, it's all just congestion.
Yeah,
It's just
hacking and
hacking out the
coughing.
congestion. But the rest of my family now, like everyone got sick at this point. It's
Yeah.
kind of nuts. Like they were barely within like 10 feet of me. The one spent more like 5 minutes with me. I spent 90% of my time in my room this past week, and everyone got sick anyways. Like first my dad got sick, then my brother got sick, and then last my mom got sick.
Damn, dude, there was no stopping that. Whatever you had.
No, and then I pretty sure I got it from a coworker because she said that she was out like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I remember talking to her on Tuesday, and then I remember I started feeling symptoms on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. I see
So
what you
I'm
mean.
pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is my coworker that gave it to me. But had a pretty rough weekend because of that. But I mean, I'm still, like I said, I'm doing okay. I'm
All
doing
right,
just
good
good
man.
now.
Good.
Ready to
I
talk
mean,
about some games, some news.
hell yeah. Yeah, 'cause you seemed fine when I went to go visit, so that's good. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
glad
Well,
you're
I was on that Mucinex,
you're on the Mucinex and just
which which is very good, by the way. I don't know if you take a Mucinex, but if you're ever sick again, take some Mucinex.
well, it's one of the meds that I help administer at the hospital. So
Yeah. Okay, good, because that shit's top tier, man. Like it's so fast and it works for a while too, in my
yes, yeah, it
experience at
does.
least.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the good stuff through and through.
And I mean that's how my 2 weeks have been. Play some Diablo,
Yep.
Overwatch, the usual games I usually go back to, plus a few new games that I'm really kind of excited to talk about because today we're going to be talking about, uh, well, it's going to be our little mid-year review since we're over halfway through the year at this point, just a
Hey,
smidge bit over
yeah.
halfway through the year, and it's been a pretty lit year so far to say the least. But before we get into that, how are you? How's your 2 weeks been?
2 weeks have been good, man. Just I started new classes. I've been working a lot. I went back to visit family. That's when I visited you, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Came back home and hit the ground running with more homework. And also, I just finished upgrading my PC, so I was sweating bullets, hoping that it wouldn't give me a blue screen.
Okay, yes, that's very good. We
Yeah,
don't
but
we don't want those.
hell no. But everything is good now. So
Oh,
and
okay, man, that's good to hear. What'd you upgrade? I'm glad you finally got around to it because you've been talking about it for a while.
so the I got a CPU from the new one from Manny. I also I got myself some more RAM, and I got myself an extra SSD so that I can get ready for one of the games that's coming out in September that we're gonna talk about. 'Cause- Well, also just prepping for the future too, because a lot of these games now are requiring an SSD. Hard drives are starting to become like a paperweight. So
Yeah, they're also requiring space, bro, because some of these games are fucking huge now.
yeah, I just hope it's not too big. I hope. Well, the one I got it was a 4 terabyte, so hopefully that'll be enough to hold me over for like the
Okay,
next
wow,
6 months.
4 terabytes
Yeah.
on an SSD.
Yep.
How much did I run you?
I don't remember.
You don't. Oh my
I
god.
don't
Okay.
remember. I think I've repressed it.
That's Your bank account doesn't though.
My bank account. Yeah, hey, listen, that's why I'm working 2 jobs so that I can fund my
Addictions.
my like yeah, not addictions. It's just this hobby is expensive, but thankfully you only have to spend big money like once every what year, couple years.
Every couple of years, couple of years.
Yeah, every couple years, and actually not that
Unless
bad.
Unless you're lucky like me and you get the hookup and you got friends with old computer parts hanging around and you just
Oh,
happen to have a
gee.
1070 and a 2080 they no longer need anymore.
Well, that same friend cooked me up with the CPU, which I mean, I don't know. I haven't taken it for a test run yet, so I'll probably do that afterwards. But the computer turns on, so that's good. That's very good
Okay,
news.
good. No blue
Yes.
screen.
No blue screen. It did give me a message though where it was like, "Hey, we detected a new CPU. Do you want to go with a TPM?" And I'm like, "What is that? What? I don't know. I don't know what that is." And then I turned it off and turned it back on, and they gave me the same message again, and I was like, I was very scared, dude.
Did you look into it? What a TPM is?
So apparently it's a safety feature that is required for Windows 11. But since I don't have Windows 11, it was a non-issue for me. So I just hit
Mm.
yes, and it did. And I looked it up. That people hit yes, and they just kind of it did like a boot loop like three
Hmm.
times, and then I got back. I got back to Windows. So everything's been smooth sailing since. But the computer works, and I'm praying that my games work just fine on it too. So in any case, um, yeah. Speaking of games that I'm really excited to test drive, you want to get into our review? I got my little list here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would like to chat some more, but to be quite honest,
Oh no,
I got work early tomorrow. No, no, I got work early tomorrow,
well
so it's actually good.
that's why I
It's
kept
good
it
to share
short.
student is because if not,
That
I would want to keep chip chatting normally,
yeah,
but
we can chat more tomorrow when we're well we'll talk about that in a bit.
yeah,
Go.
yeah. But
I'll let you
first, we're
start us off.
gonna let me give the viewers, nice viewers out there, our listeners, a little itinerary because like we always do. So first, we're going to have a little mid-year review. Gonna talk about how the year in gaming has been so far. Any games that have stuck out to us. I mean, of course, it's been a freaking banger year at this point, so a few are bound to stick out to us. And and as lit as this year has been, man, it looks like it's gonna be just as lit for the next half.
Hell yeah.
It's looking to be one of those years. Yeah, it's like 2017 all over again, 2007 again, then 1998, like one of those golden age years, or just month after month, banker after banker's coming out.
Absolutely. And
So
in
both
different
James
and
and
in a
I. Mm-hmm. Oh, keep going, keep going. What are you
no
gonna say?
go no, I was just gonna say in multiple genres, not just like one. But keep going.
Yeah, so James and I compiled. So check out some dirty ass shit. Hold on, just my fucking. So see my Ezra mine's dirty.
Dude, what?
I haven't cleaned my room, bro. I don't need people. We have laundry and shit everywhere. But damn it. All right. So James and I compiled a list of games that we have played this year. They don't necessarily have to have come out this year, but we do have to have had played it this year. And as for me, I only really have 3 games, but they have been 3 absolutely excellent games this year. And the only regret I have is that I haven't been able to enjoy more because the broke ass adult here with a full time job. I only have so much time for games.
Me too.
Yeah. But I put mine in chronological order. I'm not sure how you organized yours, but the first game was a game that came out in the beginning of March and something that we both actually played and quite enjoyed. A game from our folks over across the Pacific Ocean, our lovely friends at Capcom, made a Resident Evil 4 remake. Right?
Yes,
The
sirree.
the remake that we never really needed, but man, did we really want it when we got it.
It was great. It was really really good. And it's right. It's funny because everyone talked about how they really didn't want the remake, and they were like, "What are you doing? Like, why would you want to remake the game? Why, like, because apparently the game was already perfect as it was, which it is still to this day. I think it holds up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but man, they did a really good job with it. They brought the mechanics of it from RE2 and RE3, and they just made it with 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 the Ganados instead of slow moving zombies, which I think put the pressure on a lot more. So, and of course, the RE engine making the environments even more creepy. A little bit too dark though, but I liked the darkness as it was. But yeah, they could have probably made things a little bit lighter.
Yeah, the
But
lighting I think is probably the only issue I had with the graphics. But I mean, other than that, like the game like looks pretty much as perfect as it can be because like the RE
absolutely.
engine is freaking technological black magic at this point, and I'm not sure how Capcom is able to do it because it's been used in so many genres at this point. Street Fighter Six, the latest Street Fighter game, it
Yes.
has also used it, and it looks incredible, and it runs great, and it's a completely different genre from Resident Evil. And then Resident Evil is a completely different game from Devil May Cry 5, which also uses the engine.
Yes.
And so you could use it in your fighting games, you could use it in your character action games, you could use it in your action adventure third person shooter games, you could use it in your monster hunting type games because the Monster Hunter games also use it, including the one on Switch. Well, actually, the one on Switch is the only one, but still, the fact that
Yeah.
an engine that looks that beautiful can scale down to the level of a Switch hardware is amazing, while also being able to run games like Devil May Cry and Resident Evil,
Yes.
right? It's just, it's crazy. I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, like you said, technological black magic and just commitment. They needed something that would last them for years to come, and they did it. And I'm really happy that they did because they've been churning out amazing games with it. And actually, on a side note, I think there's rumors. I haven't seen any sources for it though, or any articles, but I think the next the next RE remake is Code Veronica.
Yeah, they released surveys where they asked people, "Hey, what do you want remade?" I don't know if you ever
And
saw that, but
yeah, I
I
heard
actually
about the
filled it out.
surveys, but you did? Which one did you
Yes.
pick? Did you see?
Well, it's a text box, so you can put however many you want. I put RE5 and Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Oh, okay, cool,
Okay,
excellent.
but honestly, I would prefer Code Veronica because Code
Yes,
Veronica needs it a lot more than RE5, and I love RE5. It's a great co-op game,
yes,
but it's a game that kind of like Resident Evil 4, where like it still holds up.
yes, and it's actually one of the games that we played too this year. So, but
Yes, it
anyway,
was among
yes,
other
yeah.
Resident Evil games that are not so good.
I had a good time playing RE6, and I want to go back to it
That makes
because
one of us.
I had a good time mainly because I was playing with you. But yeah, on its own, the game can suck ass. Can go.
Because
It can go kick rocks. But
I
we
mean,
won't.
I had less of a crappy time because I was playing with you.
I'm sorry, dude, but that was some funny shit that was going on with that game. But yeah, man, RE4, excellent remake. If you haven't played it, definitely pick it up. You will not regret it, especially if you're an RE4 fan. You'll like it. You'll like it a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
no, really,
I'll go
really
for it.
great. I mean, no, I mean, I actually still have some stuff to say on it. Like,
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, what is it like the story, right? Like, I think maybe like the one thing RE4 remake might have over RE4 the OG is the storytelling,
Yes.
and mainly with regards to its characterization. I think like Ashley and Lewis. Oh, fuck, I almost forgot his name.
Forgot our boy Lewis. Damn.
Yeah, I almost forgot our boy Lewis was done so much justice in the remake, dude. Because in number four, like they're kind of like in and out characters, especially Ashley, who's like she's just
There were
Leon, Leon, help,
that fucking high pitched ass
Leon,
voice.
Leon. All
Oh,
I hear is Sandy Cheeks just yelling.
my
I think it's
God.
Sandy Cheeks, right? I think Sandy Cheeks
I
is the one
think
who's
so. I think I'm pretty sure that if we looked it up, it is Sandy because it sounds a lot like her if she was like an annoying, you know.
yeah, she's annoying teenage damsel in distress.
Yes. Yeah, because in the OG they were like caricatures of I don't know certain stereotypes.
hmm
So, but then in this one they were written to be well less stereotypical and more like oh well, I actually give a damn about this character, and not like laugh at them.
Everyone now loves Ashley, huh?
Yes, everyone loves Ashley. Like that's how good of a job they did with her character.
Because everyone's like, we must protect her now. Like
Yes, everyone.
this is the person we must escort her through the fires of hell. We must.
Yes, I am actually down to protect this woman.
And then
And
Lewis, on the other hand, right? Yeah, I know. Rip Lewis. I actually thought he was gonna make it for a second.
spoilers. Hang on, hang on. Well, actually, no. The game's been out forever, but still, just in case. Spoiler alert. All right, go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought he was gonna make it, man.
Yeah,
Honestly, because like he didn't die in the part he would normally die, and I was like, oh shit, are they gonna save Lewis? And then as soon as I said that, he gets fucking murked
yes,
by Krauser.
yeah.
Who, by the way, now you have a really dope knife fight with, and that's not just a QTE. Like it's an actual knife fight, and I think that's one of the other things that I think where they improved upon the original game.
Oh yeah. The knife parry mechanic, it was an excellent addition. I thought it would kind of make you OP because essentially you could parry like what 90% of the attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it is OP. Like if they didn't have that durability meter, it would be super OP.
yeah, dude.
But while you have it out, like you're just indestructible until you run out of knife meter.
Yeah.
And then, well, yeah, not so much. But that's how they decided to balance it out, and I think that's really cool on their part. You know, we're gonna have this really cool OP ass mechanic, but we're gonna put a limitation on you for it.
Yes.
The limitation being the durability.
Yeah, and you know what? They made it fun. It didn't make it, boring because you're just sitting there parrying shit left and right, and it's like, oh,
You think there's a knife run already?
oh, absolutely.
I bet you, but like I want to see a knife run without the infinite knife though.
Ooh,
I
man.
don't want to see a
Well,
unlimited knife run.
I have a question. Is there a boss fight that requires the use of weapons, or no?
Uh, not not that I remember. The
Because,
only one maybe is Salazar because he's so far away and he moves around so much.
hmm, yeah, the last one.
You may need a gun for that. That may have to be the exception. But hey, I don't know. Maybe some genius bastard came up with some crazy speedrun tactic to knife him to death or something like how people figured out how the knife damage is tied to frame rate, so they just unlock the frame rate and then they just
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I just googled it now. Here, yeah, I beat I beat RE4. No unlocks, no accessories, no infinite knife on professional knife only. I gotta watch that.
okay. So yes,
I will
you
have
got
to. I will have to. Well, I mean, that's what it says in the video. But I do know that it is possible to beat the game with just handguns and knives. Because I completed the. Remember, I
yes I know.
completed it and it didn't unlock it for me.
No, it didn't.
Fucking goddamn Steam bullshit. And I know I unlocked it because I got the in-game challenge unlock. So Steam screwed me. So I did get it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, the Steam achievements are a little buggy sometimes.
Yeah, dude.
I
But
don't know what it is.
yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Actually, I have a run that I'm finishing right now to not use any health items. So I have to go back. I have to go back and finish
To
it.
not use help items. Ah, okay. Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
just
and
play it on casual and just use all your weapons.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. Actually, I think I already made it to the island. So
Okay, yeah, it should be super easy because everything dies in like one hit.
yeah, I'm using the Tommy gun.
Oh, use the Tommy gun. Okay, that explains it.
Yeah.
That explains it. All
Yeah.
right, I haven't gotten it yet. Cause I haven't played it like you. Like I played, uh, I did the hardcore run on the initial playthrough, and then I played it again through it again on normal. So
Yeah.
now I don't know. I'll probably go for the professional run, but that's gonna be absolute pain in the ass. That's
Yeah.
not something I'm looking forward to at all.
Yeah, are you gonna try and finish it in like in record time or no?
No, no, I'm just gonna do regular professional, and then I'll
Okay.
do maybe record
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I have to figure out a new strategy because I do want to do it in the time because there's an achievement for it. But they've patched the door glitch.
Yeah, I
So
know.
yeah, that kind of sucks for me. I
Yeah, but
mean
you know
it
what? There's still plenty of great skips you could do.
oh yeah, I'm counting. I'm counting on it. I'm
Yeah,
sure
you should look them all up.
yeah, I'm sure I'll
Like
find it.
the one with the crane blew my mind when I figured that out.
Yes, we're throwing grenade, yeah, chucking grenades or even an RPG at the wall.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna be wasting RPG on that.
Yeah, I know, but still, just
You
saying.
need just two heavy grenades and that's it.
Yeah,
You
or the
just throw
grenade
two heavy
launcher.
grenades
Yeah.
and then one round of one wave of enemies, and then Ashley is able to break through the wall.
Yeah, because she's crane certified.
She's crane certified, exactly.
Even more of a reason to protect her because she's precious. I'll faint if I'll faint if I find out she's forklift certified. I'll just be like, oh. But
All right,
yes,
man. Well, that's one of my games. How about you?
technically
What do you got from your lore? Yeah,
our games. All right, cool.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll save. There's some of the games that we've played, but I'll let you talk about them. I'll talk about a game that I played on my own. Um, Pizza Tower. I picked up this year.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love it. It's, it's so good, and it reminds me. I mean, I know it's the point, but it reminds me of the Wario Land series for the Game Boy Advance. I don't know if you. Well, I mean, I'm sure you remember that. 'Cause
Yeah, yeah. I remember Wario
yeah,
Land.
we played a lot of them in summer camp, and it's really really good. I didn't know that the game was in development for a while, and I thought to myself, damn, I wonder why, because it seems like a simple 2D side scroller with super exaggerated animations for just about all of its characters. But dude, it was nice. It was a good game. I'm still playing it now. I haven't beat it because I keep getting distracted with all these new games that come out.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it. And each level has its own gimmick. Like there's one that I was playing through now. You have to play golf with the
What?
enemies. Yes, you have to play golf with the enemies, like like because in the game you can grab them and like
Uh
spin them
huh.
around or beat them up. But in this one you grab them and you actually have to like play golf and hit them into a basketball hoop,
Oh, okay, okay.
and that unlocks the door. So it's
Oh,
funny.
okay.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And I just figured this out, but I think there's a parry mechanic where you can
Okay.
where you can counter attacks from different characters. So so it's pretty cool. And dude, it's super fast. Like I just hold like the right trigger down and do the the Wario headbutt
Yeah.
where the Wario headbutt charge. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just hold that down and you know you can't be stopped. And at some point, if you like are going fast or like if you going for a certain amount of time, he goes like super speed and he just starts going absolutely ape shit as he just runs through shit. It's so funny. I I definitely recommend picking that up.
Okay. So Pizza Towers is
Yes,
Wario World with actual Italians.
with actual Italians. Yes, and it's funny because the the character's main name is Peppino. I think his name is Peppino Spaghetti. Yeah.
Could not be any more Italian if you tried.
Could not be any more Italian if he tried. Exactly.
And when did you first get it? They got at the beginning of the year.
But no, actually, I got it around June. A friend of mine, we kind of trade because we have birthdays in June, and
Mm-hmm.
she bought me a gift, and then I bought her a gift. I got her one of the Lego games because she's not a gamer like us, but she likes to play games. So she started to get into the Lego games, and she was content with Jurassic Park, and I was like, dude, there's other Lego games like Lego Star Wars and stuff. She goes, no, I don't want to play any of that. But she's starting to play more stuff, and I got her the Lego, I think the Lego Avengers game, which is a little bit open world, which she hates. So now that
Hmm.
she's starting to open up to open world games, I'm like, maybe I can convince her to play other stuff. But anyway, we traded. She got me Lego Avengers, and she got me Pizza Tower because it was on the Steam Summer Sale, and so we traded. Actually, I
Uh,
I was in
okay.
Canada. I was in Canada with my deck when I downloaded the game, and I was there in the hostel, just playing on the bed. And one of the people I made friends with was like, he was a British dude. He's like, "Oh, what are you playing there?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm playing Pizza Tower." And she goes, "Oh, that's pretty rad, mate." so so that was actually pretty dope. That was pretty cool.
That's funny.
I made friends with a British dude with Pizza Tower, and I'm very happy about that. Proud.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my
Okay.
Pizza Tower story. Um, yeah, I guess we can you can try something next. I mean, you can say your next game.
Well, it's a good thing that you mentioned Steam sale because I got something on Steam sale too. This game came out in February, but I got it during the Steam sale, which is of course later in June. Steam Summer Sale, and it's Octopath Traveler 2.
Oh
Right, the sequel.
yeah.
Yes, the sequel to Octopath Traveler, which is supposed to be an old school style Japanese RPG game in the vein of the older Final Fantasy games and games like Chrono Trigger and pretty much all those Japanese RPG games in the 90s your mom used to make.
Yes. That's
And man, do I love it because it's been such a long time since I've been able to play a nice traditional Japanese RPG game, which is straightforward, turn-based combat.
absolutely.
And the thing is with this game is, well, the whole gimmick is, well, first, graphically from the very beginning, you'll see that it has like a HD 2D sprite art style. And so the game looks absolutely beautiful. Like the characters are all sprites, and then the environments are like HD graphics. So it has like this cool contrast between the old school style and then more modern style graphics there. And
Yeah.
then from there, so the thing is that you actually get to pick between one of 8 characters, and each character has their own story. And when you, depending on what character you pick, is the character who becomes like the primary character. And you can play through all their stories eventually, but you start off with the character that you pick. And so I picked a character named Throne, and she's pretty much the thief within the game.
Okay.
And she has a super cool story that can be pretty much a game on its own. She's part of this thief slash assassins guild called the Black Snakes, and her whole story is about how she's trying to get her freedom from the Black Snakes because she's tired of all the thieving and the killing and stuff, and so she has to pretty much kill like the 2 leaders of the group and get their keys so she
Okay.
can use it on her collar to free herself. And it's really cool, man. But it's also surprisingly kind of dark too. Like it's easily the darkest out of all of them, out of all the stories
Yeah.
that are there because you're dealing with like child trafficking, drug dealing. Like,
Oh damn.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's plot points around human trafficking and child trafficking, dealing drugs, possibly abortion. I think there's something. I feel like there's a implied abortion plot line in the
Oh,
game. So this is all stuff that's like, what the fuck is this?
dude, that's pretty
Damn.
heavy.
All right. Hello. Oh shit. You
Oh
there?
no.
Oh okay. Oh you're there. You're there. We're good. We cool. Hello.
We, yeah, we're good.
We
We're
cool.
good.
Okay. We cool.
Yeah, no, you froze, and I was like, oh
You
god.
froze.
No, you froze.
You froze.
You froze.
Okay.
Damn. Well, I guess the stream didn't like that you were talking about dark forces in a, fantastical JRPG setting. It probably thought it was upsetting.
Yeah. Oh, but then okay. So as I was saying, right? You play through. So you play through your main character story, and then you go around the game, and it's very open ended. You can actually go wherever you want. It's pretty much open world. You can go
Hmm.
wherever you want. You can recruit them in any order, and you can play through their stories as well.
Okay.
And then on top of that, every character has their own mechanic that they can use in the overworld. So Throne A can steal from people during the daytime, and then at nighttime she can ambush people. She can knock them out, which can pretty much let her knock like guards out, so she can get into houses that are being blocked, so she can get their treasure. There's another character who can pretty much just interrogate. He coerces them, right? Which means you go into their mind palace and beat the shit out of them, and then if you win, you get you get information from them.
Oh wow, okay.
And you can use that information to maybe learn about location of treasure chests, or maybe use it to help you solve a quest or a puzzle or something. There's other characters that can like capture monsters. There's a hunter character who can capture monsters, and you can use the monsters to fight for your party.
Mm-hmm.
There's another character who can like buy items from people. Another character that can bribe people. And so you're expected to use these abilities like while you're exploring around to help you solve like finish quests and solve puzzles and stuff. And sometimes it's just lore. Like it's just like, oh, it just helps you immerse into the world to learn about it some more.
Okay. Wow, that sounds really interesting. I know that what's the word that I saw gameplay for Octopath Traveler 1, and I
Mm-hmm.
saw the trailer for Octopath Traveler 2, and I thought to myself, damn, okay, I didn't realize they had made a second game. S- Um, and I was looking at, and I thought it was interesting that you can choose between the different characters, and that you can can you switch between them at all? Or
No, you have to recruit them.
okay, but then once you recruit them,
They're in your party.
they're in your party. Oh, okay,
You can use them whenever. You can have up to a 4-man party.
okay then.
And then if you want to switch party members, you have to go to a tavern, and you can switch party members from there.
Okay then. Well, what I was asking is because uh, is what I got from the trailer from the first Octopath Traveler is that you can um see the origins of each individual party
Yes.
member. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
so you have to beat the game first, and then
No.
you
No.
no no.
The whole point of the game is to complete their stories.
Okay then.
The only
Okay,
thing picking your character does is just determine your starting location and what story you experience first, and of course who your permanent party member is. Because whatever character you pick, you can't remove them from the party.
okay.
So
All
Throne
right,
A, I can never take her out of the party. She always has to be in the party
right.
because she's technically the main character.
Okay, that sounds all right. That makes sense. All right, all right. Not bad.
Yeah,
Very
really
very.
awesome game. Really freaking long though. I was not expecting for how long it is. I am 43 hours into the game, and I am maybe a little over halfway through.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to
Jeez.
be as long as it is.
Damn, I did. God damn.
Yeah, it's a long game, but it's also a surprisingly big game too. You wouldn't think a game was such simplistic-ish, because I mean, it's not that simplistic, obviously, because to do that would take a lot of hard work. But you wouldn't think a game like that would be, you know, as big as it is, because you
Yeah.
have all 8 characters, main stories, then you have a ton of side quests, then you have the entire open world. You have a bunch of optional, like there's like 4 or 5 optional islands you can travel to. There's like another 4 or 5 like optional like super side quests you can do that unlock more upgrades for you. And then once you complete all the main characters' stories, all the party members' stories, then the other plot kicks in.
Mm.
It's like a save the world kind of plot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, typical JRPG, quest one, save the cat, end of the game, kill God, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Not that I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that seems to be the standard for JRPGs.
Yeah, but this game is no different. And you know what? I wouldn't want it any other way,
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
because this
Or-
is that game for me. And hopefully I can finish it soon, because it is taking up quite a bit of my time. That and me going back to another game we're probably gonna talk about pretty soon, and Overwatch, because right now, like, trying to catch up on the coins so I can buy my battle pass, because fucking Blizzard doesn't give me any goddamn coins unless I play all the time and get a full 60 so I can get the measly 540 for the season.
Oh my God. Just sounds.
Even though I need 1,000 for the pass. I mean, luckily I'm at 950. I think I'm at 950.
Yeah.
So this week I need to get 30. The next week I got another 30, and then I'll be good for season 6.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations. It must be nice to
Yeah,
play that.
you
Yeah.
and your hand are fucked.
I don't care. I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play that game, dude. Unless there's.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're still gonna have to play with me on season 6.
Uh,
At the very least, queue into support, so I get a guaranteed chance to get to support. You can pick
okay.
whatever because you're not gonna have her unlocked. So at least then I'll be able to pick her. I'll just pick her every match. And hopefully he or she or whatever they are, don't fucking suck like Dave Weaver does. Because wow, what a waste of fucking money that was.
Oh my God.
I could have
Yeah.
done without spending 1,000 on that.
Yeah, dude. But let's see. All right, is it my turn?
Yeah,
Singing?
it
All
is
right,
your turn.
all right, excellent, sweet. So since we're gonna just keep it, we'll just stick with the theme of JRPGs real quick, and we'll go into the game that I've been playing recently, and
Hmm.
one that you've seen firsthand gameplay of, uh, Trails into Reverie.
All right. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
That's your shit.
that was yeah. You probably saw that coming a mile away, but
Yep. Oh. Oh.
oh damn, you good, Chief?
Yeah, I'm good.
No, dude, I heard that back crack like on
Yeah.
like holy crap, dude. But
The snap crackle pop.
the
Oh.
snap crackle pop. So, Legend of Heroes, Trails into Reverie, the hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, the 10th
Oh my.
game in
Oh
the
my God.
in the in what they call the Zumerian arc.
Jesus
And
Christ.
yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. But the game is fantastic. Game is in, game is good. Not not Octopath Traveler good, but not bad for a what would you call it, a niche RPG game. Um, so it kicks off about like a couple months after the end of Trails of Cold Steel 4. There's a new threat. Surprise, surprise. But now the difference is you're you're controlling three different story paths. So you're controlling Reens, which was the main character in the Trails of Cold Steel games, and then you have uh, Lloyd Bannings, who is the hero um, from the Trails to Azure and Trails from Zero arc. And then
Hmm.
you have a newcomer who is dubbed C, who is a brand new character that they made. And and yeah, so what you do is you play the three storylines, and you can actually alternate between the three at will. And there's even certain points in the story where you can't move forward until you complete the other parts. And so, what's interesting about this game is that there is something called the Reverie Corridor, where you go and you train. So, I don't know if you remember, Jesse, the old schoolhouse um, from the first two Cold Steel games.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it kind of works like that, where you have like these floors that you go through,
Hmm.
and yeah, and you just go and you kill monsters and you level up, and you also unlock stones that give you items, and they also give you these things called phantasmal shards, which allow you to upgrade the Reverie Corridor, because they have certain things that help you out. So it has a
Hmm.
it has a store for armor. It has these remembering stones where you can look at these things called daydreams, which are kind of like flashbacks for a whole bunch of different characters. Then they have the Sporting Stone where you can actually have played like the different mini games that have come through the games, like Pom Pom Party,
Uh huh.
which is just like
Oh,
a
oh yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that's right. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
Pom Pom
it's like the
Party.
Tetris, it's like the Tetris Candy Crush knockoff. It's super fun though. It's super fun. And then of course you have Vantage Masters, that you can play with your different party members. And this game, as far as like party roster, is huge. And when you're in the Reverie corridor, anybody who is a part of the party when you go in
Mm-hmm.
automatically gets logged in to the Reverie corridor so that you can use them and literally mix and match the party at will. So it's good game. It's good game.
He's good. It's good. What's new? What's new from Cold Steel 4?
Well, they added they added a couple of things. So like I said, they have the Reverie corridor that you can upgrade, and you can also use the Phantasmal shards to upgrade your Brave points. So Brave points are what you use to activate all-out attacks, and they also are used to activate Brave orders, which is a carryover from Cold Steel 4. And you can actually use the Phantasmal shards to upgrade how many Brave points you have active, like how much you can hold. So I think the base is 5, and you can upgrade to
Mm-hmm.
hold like 8.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a
Was it
lot.
like 7 before?
I thought it was 5 before. 5 or
In in 4? I thought it was 7.
I can't remember.
Was it 5?
I thought it was 5, but
Okay, never.
yeah, but I'll have to check. But then there's also a new thing called United Attacks, which
Mm-hmm.
allow you to use everybody in the party, both the main 4 and the backups that you have. Everybody comes in and attacks, and it also grants you like a mini strength buff for everybody involved. So you have a united attack, a united magic attack, and then a united heal. So you just have more options to deal damage or to heal your party, because I feel like the game is harder.
Oh, really? Because they always find new ways to make your character busted.
Yeah, no, believe me, there is a way to make your character busted in this game. Because you have
Okay.
you have the brave points, you have the united attacks, and also they added another turn modifier. Like you know how sometimes you get like 0 magic, so you
Mm-hmm.
literally cast a free spell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they added 0 crafts, and crafts are like your super attacks. They're like your ultimates, and each character has their own. And I think each character has a few of them, but you can essentially cheat and use those super attacks without consuming any resources. And
Wow. Yeah.
yes, God, yeah, dude, God
That's pretty
forbid.
ridiculous.
You know it is. When it lines up, no enemy gets a turn. It's fucking stupid.
No one gets a turn.
No one gets a turn. No one gets a turn at all. You know, a couple with the the delay mechanic that they have in game and all that. Like it's stupid. It's so dumb. But I believe the game is harder. Um, so I think keeping your like everybody at a good level is now vital. Like you can't. It's not like the old games where you can kind of neglect certain party members and never use them. You have to keep everybody at a certain level.
Okay.
Yeah, but they do make it easier. They make it easy for you to do that because they have these things called droplets that actually give you a shitload of XP. So you can
Mm-hmm.
actually just hoard them and just save them for the people that you don't use and just throw it at them to level them up.
Okay. All right, that's good because I mean, God knows, like when I never used like Machias or
No one ever used Machias, bro.
even though he's actually pretty good, like he has good stuff, but I don't know, I just there's other characters I like more.
Yes, of course, and that's also another thing too. Like all the characters are great, and there's no characters that you hate. Well, other than Cedric, but you know
Yeah.
he's a bitch. But like for the most part, everybody is good. It's just like you just like other characters more than you like other ones. So that's really is like there are no bad characters.
All right. Well, that's good to hear, man. That you're enjoying this game. So I know we've been waiting for a long time for these games because
Yes, and I'm gonna be
when was it? When was the localization? Now it's like a year and a half ago.
like literally a year ago. Literally a year ago.
A year ago. It's felt longer
Yeah.
at this point, and then we're still waiting on Kuro no Kiseki.
Yeah, dude. They haven't even announced that at all. They have like no nothing, not even the English localization.
Mm-hmm. I
Like,
could have sworn I heard something like 2024 for at least one of the Trails games. I'm not sure which one. I don't think it was Kuro, and if what you say is true, then. But I think I remember
I'm sorry,
hearing like
what?
there will be like another Trails game in
Oh,
2024. What?
you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good.
Why?
Yeah, sorry, no, it lagged for a little bit, but
Ah,
you were
okay.
saying about Kuro?
No, it's just I said I could have sworn that there was like something coming out in 2024. If what you say is true though, then it probably wasn't Kuro that I heard, but I could have sworn something was coming 2024
Okay.
for Trails.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they I know they announced because they made a sequel to Kuro already, so
Yeah.
that will probably come out next year. But hey, man, I'm patient. I still got this game to play, and I still have to finish, still have to finish the Crossbell arc. I haven't,
Yeah.
I haven't, I haven't finished those. So, so there's that. But but yeah, man, this game is a great buy. I'll definitely recommend picking it up.
Jesus Christ. Kuro no Kizuki came out 2021 in Japan.
Yes,
What the hell, man?
yes,
You have to wait so long.
yeah, yes. However, the time frame that we have to wait is getting shorter, so I'm happy about that at least. So.
Yeah, 'cause shit. It's about to be 2 years since, and it's already not gonna come out this year because there's maybe sometime next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking next year. I'm thinking next year is when it's gonna come out. But it's okay.
Okay.
We can wait. But anyway,
Yeah, we got plenty of stuff to hold us over.
abso-fucking-lutely. So, but we'll get to that list in a bit. Do you want to say the next game that you played that you liked?
Well, this is actually something we played, but this is the final one on my list because
Ooh.
I mean I have other games, but what didn't make the list? Well, before I get into the next game, what didn't make the list was Legend of Zelda. I never got to play it. I have it. I have my copy right there. It's right here. It's just,
Oh, you have Tears of the Kingdom.
yes,
Oh,
I have it.
nice.
And it still is fucking wrapping, right? I haven't even gotten it. I haven't even taken it out yet.
Okay.
You wanna know why? Because I never finished Breath of the Wild either. But I think at this point, I'm just gonna skip Breath of the Wild because like I'm never gonna finish that game.
Honestly, dude, yeah. I mean,
I'm just gonna look up YouTube videos and the ending, and then I'll just get skipped to this because
yeah,
I don't have time. I can't play all these fucking 100-hour plus games.
yeah. What we need is another. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not even gonna finish that joke.
Yeah, no, don't.
Yeah. I was gonna say
We
stop.
don't, we don't need to lose another 2 years of our lives.
Yeah.
Just we, I don't need to blink and then all of a sudden, oh shit, I'm fucking 31.
Yeah. Absolutely. But anyway, go ahead.
So the next and final game on the list, and a game that we both played, a game that you played and you surprisingly enjoyed far more than you thought you would, is Diablo 4.
Indeed.
Yeah, Diablo 4, Demon Mommy Lilith came to grace us with her presence. Right? And it's a pretty fun game, right? And not just a fun game, but also, have you seen like the crazy sales numbers for this game?
No, I haven't. What do they look
Dude,
like?
it is the fastest selling Blizzard game of all time. You want to know how much revenue it made in with like its first week? I think
What?
it was first week.
How much?
Yes, it's super on the nose. Think Diablo Hell, Satan.
Oh,
Think of a number that's super on the
don't
nose.
tell me. 666 copies?
Million revenue.
Well, yeah.
Not copies. The hell? No.
No, I meant no. That's what I meant. Money-wise, $606 million.
Yes.
Okay.
It made $666 million in its launch week.
I think they waited until they got to that number of sales and then published that story that same day. Because there's no fucking way it's that's crazy, man. That's insane.
So yeah, very very successful game. Very very fun game. I mean, it was a fun game to play with the boys. It's I mean it's best played as the boys because honestly the game's kind of solo. It's not super
Yeah.
super fun. I do play it by myself every once in a while, but it's mostly a game that I would play to like listen to a podcast to, just kill time with.
Yes.
But because it's perfect for that, because the game is so such a breeze to play, and it's so simple, and yet it's also so addictive. like
Oh yeah.
that first 2 weeks, right? I couldn't stop playing the game at all. You were just there's just so much to do because Blizzard, made such this big world for
Yes.
you to explore, and there's always something to do. You're always coming across a new side quest or some new event. You're always getting new gear. You're always going to the next story mission and see what's up with the story. And you go back out, and then you see like some cool monsters to kill, and you find another side quest. And that just happens that over and over and over again until eventually you finally beat the game, which both you and I did.
Yes, we did, and we haven't touched it since. Got
Yeah. Well, I've been playing. I've actually been playing a little bit of season one. I did get to play a bit of a barbarian.
Oh, cool.
'Cause I told myself, even though I chose the path of suffering because Blizzard for some reason in their fucking infinite wisdom decided to just giga nerf everything, and particularly and including especially the barbarian, right? Because they nerfed everything about it. Because I mean, I think what they're trying to do is they were trying to get it down to a baseline so they can try and work new content around that new power level baseline. But man, I really hope they don't. Please don't fucking ever do that again.
Yeah, I hope.
Please, Blizzard.
Well, yeah. Well, we already have our opinions on that company, and we have hope, but we're also ready for it to for it to not work out. But
Yeah.
I
Well, I
I,
mean,
I
we'll
will.
see. Diablo's always been like their baby, so
Mm,
we'll see how they turn it around. Diablo 3 was a freaking mess in the beginning, and then Reaper of Souls came out, and the game was pretty good actually.
mm,
And for me, I would say the game was good by the time it came out on console when they released it on console
mm.
a few years
Okay.
later, because it was always fun for me.
Okay.
Diablo 3 was always fun for me. The only thing is that the game was grindy as shit. And then Reaper of Souls fixed that, but then they made it too grind free because it's like one playthrough you can reach max level already.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got to level 70 in like a single playthrough.
Oh damn.
But that was like when Reaper of Souls came out. That's like so. I mean, we'll see about that. So you and I played through the story, did some side quests, did the strongholds, all that renown. God, the renown stuff is such a pain in the ass.
It's a huge pain in the ass, dude.
And we have to kind of do it again for the season, sort of,
Uh,
sort of. Well, what they did was they made it so you don't have to get statues again. The Fog of War is unlocked already, so you don't have to like rediscover the locations.
yeah.
You have to go there to get credit for it. Oh, actually no. The regions, no. Yeah, regions are unlocked already. So you get renown for regions, you get renown for Statues of Lilith, but you have to redo side quests, you have to reactivate the waypoints.
Hmm.
And of course, you have to reconquer the strongholds.
Yeah, I guess.
So when I started my new season, I was already like one tier through.
Fix this.
Yeah, what are you doing there? Are you changing your?
Yeah, I'm changing my lighting. That way I don't look so straight. Ah, I think that's too much. Sorry. Because I think it's. Is that better?
Well, why is your apartment so dark?
There's like no light where I'm at. Like there's no center light. So there's light in the
Ah.
there's light in the well dining room,
Mm-hmm.
light in the kitchen, but there's no light in like the living room area. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude. So my only light source is literally this lamp, and also the sunlight. But it's night.
There's no sun right now.
Yes. So I'm trying to. I think I'm gonna have to get something. So right now I'm kind of like I think that's better. And just push it to the corner.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little better.
It's fine, dude. I'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. Well, what about you, man? What are your thoughts on Diablo?
Man, I said it on the last podcast. I did not think I was gonna like it. I was just gonna play it with you, and I ended up playing it more than I thought, and I love it. I loved it. I loved it. Loved it. Loved it. I loved what they did with the game, and the fact that you could play with your friends, but just like how you play with your friends, just makes it so fucking fun. And I haven't played the new season, but I was hearing a lot of like chatter about how they how oh my god they ruined it and shit like that, but I haven't played it, so I can't really give you an opinion on it. um I'll get to it eventually, but I'm kind of busy with Trails and
Hmm.
this other game that we're going to be playing soon. So I'll I'm gonna have to make time to come back to Diablo 4.
Okay. All right. Well, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
But
but
you only have well, I don't want to say like that, but you have 3 months. So you have plenty of time to experience at least some of it.
yeah. And plus, I'll probably wait until because I know they'll probably hot fix some stuff, so it'll give them
Hmm.
time to do that too. So,
Yeah. And what did you think of the story stuff?
oh, the story was great. Um,
Okay.
and the ending kind of threw me for a loop, and I was like, whoa, oh my god, I can't
Yeah, it
believe.
kind of leaves on like a to be continued.
Yes, dude. And yeah, especially with well, yeah, I won't say any spoilers, but like like the character essentially when they said hey, if everything works out, we'll never see each other again. And I'm like, then that means I'm gonna see you. I'm
We'll
gonna
never see each other again
I'm,
until the next expansion.
until the next expansion or the next patch or the next whatever Helltide or some shit.
It'll probably be expansion because
Yeah,
they're already working on 2 expansions. So I imagine we'll see the character in the next expansion.
yes, I imagine so. But dude, it was good. It was good. Oh, and I like the end game content regarding the Whispering Trees, the Whispering Tree.
Okay. You like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, because you get a chance to get some good loot, um, and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, you got to do the Hell Tides also. Well, I mean the Hell Tides well, I mean, for me the end game is okay. After I played it for a bit,
Yeah,
it's like you're pretty much doing 3 things. You just well 2 things mainly, and then the other thing is the Hell Tides, but that's time gated. And then the world boss is also that's also time gated though.
yeah,
So the 2 main things you're doing is you're doing the whispering tree requests, and then you turn those in, and then you get nightmare sigils, and then you use those nightmare sigils to run nightmare dungeons. And you pretty much just alternate between those 2 things, and that can probably get a little old after a while,
yeah,
especially like if you're one of those people who no life the game and I like blitz through all the different tiers because there's over 100 tiers in the nightmare dungeons.
yeah,
So if you blitz through all that, then all you have left is just the requests, and then every once in a while you'll do a hell tide or a world boss. So for me, it's kind of like it's okay. It's something there to play. I haven't gotten to. I'm still only like a level 58
hmm
with my rogue, with my main rogue, not my seasonal rogue.
hmm
My seasonal rogue's only 12 because I made another rogue. Because the
yeah,
rogue's the best class in the game because the only one that didn't get fucking giga nerfed.
yeah,
And I mean, it's still fun leveling up. It's still fun getting new powers and stuff, and getting that exponential power boost. But going back to the story, I think like the first 2 acts I think are great. The first act is great.
yes,
Like I think that like the opening is amazing. When you go to the village, you're like, oh, please help us. Okay, fine, I'll help you. And then you go there, and you see decapitated priest. Like, oh, okay, this is fucking weird. All right. And then a giant demon comes out. You kill a demon. You're like, all right, villagers, I say to you, yeah, thank you. Hey, let's party. And then you're partying and vibing out, and then all of a sudden your character just fucking gets roofied and passes
yes,
down. You're like, oh
yeah.
no,
You're like, oh
I see where
shit.
this is going now.
Yes,
and then
dude.
and then what happens happens. they introduced Lilith in a really cool opening cutscene. Like
Yes.
it's some shit straight out of a fucking horror movie, which was really cool to see. Like once again, Blizzard cinematics are top tier. It's just too bad there's so few
Yes.
in this game because there's like three major ones in the store, like four really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the two like big ones was the first one, and then the one just before you fight Lilith.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no like cutscene. Well, actually, no, there is a cutscene in the epilogue, but it's not like super cool.
Yeah. And also the well,
It just looks
I
nice.
think I probably already mentioned it too, but the like the actual opening of the game, like in the beginning. Like,
Hmm.
did you mention that cutscene already or no?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The
Oh,
one in the church.
no, 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 the one with the party and they have the priest that opens the door with blood.
Oh, the very first one.
Yeah, yeah. What do you call that?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was the trailer. That was like the initial reveal trailer. So I saw that years ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But still,
Yeah,
like,
really great cutscene.
oh, yeah, absolutely. Huge, like, super good cinematic.
Great cutscene. Yeah. Once again, Blizzard cinematics and art team are just hard carrying
They really are
that
hard.
company.
They really are hard carrying. Thank God the funding is not cut for those people because that company would be even more deader than it is now. But uh, but yeah. So that's it for Diablo 4. Is there anything we missed with that?
Yeah, yeah.
I
No, I
think
mean it's just the story, right? The side quest. I mean, side quests kind of suck, to be honest.
yeah,
They kind of suck.
they do, bro. They're fucking just standard cookie cutter RPG side quests.
It's just, oh, I can't find my brother. Can you help me find my brother? Oh no, my brother's dead. Go kill that demon. You kill the demon, and that's a lot of them. It's just,
Yeah.
oh, I can't find X loved one. Go find him. Oh no, my loved one is dead.
Oh,
Oh
that's
no, kill that demon. That's it. That's
that's
pretty much it.
oh, and
That's most of
also
them.
that's the events too. Like there's a ghost, you know.
Yeah, but the events are quick. You walk in, you kill some shit, and then you walk out, right? You don't have to
Yeah,
spend 10 minutes running around
yeah.
a
However,
freaking big ass world.
there were some side quests that were cool, like the one with the exorcism like quest line in Kyoto.
Yes, I like that one.
That one was cool. But yeah, you're right. Especially there's one in Yelesna about the lady. Oh yeah, I haven't seen my husband. Where could he be? And then like his husband's flayed alive by his choice because
He's totally into it, and
because
it's
like
just okay.
because that's like his fetish. And I was like, oh, oh, okay, what the fuck? The fuck is this?
No, that was fucked. I
Uh,
can't like that one because it's so fucked.
yes, dude, and that was in the first act too. Like that's one of the first side quests that you do in the game. So I was like, God damn, you're gonna hit me with this shit right out the gate? Okay, not bad, not bad. But then it just, the levels of fucked never it never reached that peak.
Yeah. Nope. It did not.
Yeah, do
It,
it.
it blew its load of fucked.
Yeah, bro. The way he like yelled more reminded me of Mr. Krabs.
More. That's how
More,
Mr. Crab. More. More.
more.
More. More. More. More. More. More. More. More. More. More.
Oh God.
Okay. Well, Mr. Krabs yelling ignores. He gets flayed. That's a good note to end it on.
Yes, I believe so.
What about you, man? What's your
Uh,
next game?
well, I'll do one more. And I've talked about it before, and I can't stress how good it is. It's a platformer that came out earlier this year. I don't remember when. I think it actually came out like toward the beginning, and
Hmm.
it was one of those games that had like zero marketing for it. And to be fair, I only found out about it through memes. But then I finally picked it up, and I loved it. Hi-Fi
Hmm.
Rush.
Ah, yes.
The platformer,
Another.
yes, dude, the platformer rhythm game. Uh,
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a character action game too.
Yeah, character action. Yeah, it's like a mishmash of a bunch of stuff. It was made by the same people that made what's it called? Evil Within.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it was the
Shinji Mikami and his crew. I forgot the
it's the snail logo. I think it's
I for,
Tango.
Tango.
That's it. Yeah,
Tango GameWorks.
yeah,
There you
Tango
go.
GameWorks, and
Hmm.
published by Bethesda. This game came out, and apparently everyone loved it so much so that people are like, yeah, already this is game of the year, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I would go that far, but the memes were pretty fucking funny. So I went and I played it, and I loved it. I the game is good. The game is no, you know what? It's great. It's a great, simple platformer video game, and it
Yeah,
has
they
a
kind of just shadow dropped it on us.
dude. This game is like the new poster child for Shadow Drop. Like I'm serious. Like no marketing at all. No one talked about it. No one mentioned it, and then it shows up on Steam one day. Like it just showed up in my memes, and I was like, "What the fuck is this game?" And you know, so if you can, I would highly recommend playing this game. It's got awesome music, an original soundtrack that they made just for the game, with some songs that they grabbed from like REO, I think REO Speedwagon, and even fucking
Hmm.
Symphony from Mozart was like remixed into one of the boss fights, and dude, it's so
Oh.
fucking dude, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Even if you're not, if even if you have, if you're one of those people that has issues following the beat to a song, you will not have problems because there's visual cues everywhere for the beat. Because like everything in the game is set to a certain beat, regardless, and you can
Hmm.
see it in the way that Chai, the main character, in the way he moves, in the way he like kind of bobs his head. Even the cat, the floating cat that follows you, also has a rhythm that he dances to as well. So even if you can't hear the beat, you can see it in them and also in the world because everything is just kind of like moving with the beat, but like subtly moving. So you need to pick that game up, man, or just play it from my Steam library.
Yeah. Well, it's only $30. I mean, that's the biggest shocker that the game, because it looks
Oh,
very,
yes,
very polished
yes.
and very beautiful.
No, it's polished. There's like no bugs. Oh, and also the game's hilarious. Like the dialogue is quippy, but it's not like cringe. Like it's actually funny. It's legitimately funny, especially like when you talk to the robots and stuff. Uh,
Hmm.
they have their own dialogue and shit. And I'm not even gonna talk about it because it's just it's that good. And also it has really high replayability because you can replay every level. I think there's an achievement for replaying every level like at a certain difficulty, and then you
Hmm.
actually when you beat the game you have to go back to through the levels and find like hidden items,
Hmm.
kind of like how Mario Odyssey, when you beat the game, these like little new portals open up around the different worlds or the different
Uh huh.
spots to grab new moons. It kind of
Yeah.
works. It kind of works like that.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. So. Oh, and they added a thing called a rhythm tower, which is essentially
Hmm.
like climbing the tower up until like level 100 and you fight more complex enemies and you have to beat them within a certain time, and if you do cool tricks and combos you get added time to it, and a bunch of other shit. And I think they just added an arcade mode, which but I don't know the details about that. I saw it today.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes. Oh, and Corsica.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the characters' names, and you'll see why I had to mention her. Special shout out
Okay.
to her.
Okay. All right.
She's Scottish with red hair.
She's Scottish.
That's all I have to say.
Oh, okay.
That's all I have to
That's
say.
funny.
But yes. So yeah,
Okay.
play Hi-Fi Rush. Super good.
All right. Cool. All right. Glad to hear that, man.
Yes.
So, um, is that it for your list?
Yeah, that's it for my list. Yeah.
Well, how's your list looking for the next half of the year?
Okay. Well then, let's see here. Well, let's just get the obvious out of the way. Starfield. The
Starfield.
whole reason why I put a 4 terabyte SSD on my computer. Um,
Hey man, all those. Just think of all the nude mods. You can, on the,
stop. You're getting ahead of ourselves here, man.
yeah, all the space sex mods.
Space sex, dude.
No, it should be the first thing they're gonna put in the game.
They're gonna mod Mass Effect into this game, and I'm gonna be
And all the ships are gonna be wieners. They're all gonna be fucking
mine will be a
wieners.
wiener too, just like in fucking what's it called? In Austin Powers 3 Gold Member or the second one? No, it was the second one.
Mhm.
There's the spy who shagged me when they see his spaceship on the
Oh
radar,
yes,
and it's a fucking penis with balls.
yes, yes.
That's gonna be my ship.
Okay.
That's gonna be my ship. But yeah, Starfield is a game I'm actually excited for. And it was one of the obvious ones, so I just wanted to get that one out of the way before I get to some of the more, well, not obscure, but you know, other titles. But yeah, dude, Starfield is it's gonna be good. I hope that it's not so buggy that I can't play the fucking game. But we'll see.
Oh well, no promises there, man.
No, no, listen, man. Like it's Bethesda, so like we already accepted it's gonna have bugs. Like it's gonna have bugs, but at the same time, Bethesda, you know, Todd Howard can't fuck this up. Like this is huge. Like this will cement Bethesda's reputation for the next what? How many years? Like how many reasons?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
this,
they can't fuck this up. But I know it's gonna have.
especially after Redfall, right?
Yes, dude. Phil Spencer is sweating bullets looking at Todd.
Yep.
And actually, I think that's the whole reason that they bought Bethesda, right? Because of the Starfield exclusivity.
Yeah, because Sony was going to buy Starfield
Yes.
exclusivity from Starfield.
Yes, that's what it was. So Xbox was, made the big dick move and was like, "Oh, really? Okay, no problem." And then just bought the whole fucking studio. So yeah, so Spencer is sweating bullets, looking at Todd, hoping that he doesn't do his usual, not his usual, but like doesn't do that and make a bad game. But like I said, I'm expecting bugs. I just hope, like I said, I just don't want it to be so bad that I can't play the game. So yeah, that's Starfield. I don't know if that's also one of your games that you've anticipated, but
Yes, it is. It
yes.
is. It is.
Okay, cool,
It
awesome.
is.
Do
It
you
is.
do you want to add anything to what I said?
I mean, we've spent a lot of talking about it last episode. It's just, it's gonna be. I mean, it's a Bethesda game. It's a main Bethesda game. It's not some Bethesda published bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Or because like they had like Hi-Fi Rush, like the best thing they've published in a while. But
Yes.
then immediately afterwards, they push out Redfall, which is like one of their worst published game, probably their worst published game ever.
It's incredible, dude.
Arguably worse than Fallout 76 because Fallout 76 was at least somewhat fixed and they put resources into it. But Redfall, no one wants to put resources in that shit. There's no potential in that. Fallout
Wait.
76, there's some potential into it,
Yeah.
but not Redfall.
Yeah. Wait. Redfall was Bethesda,
Was it?
or was it?
Well, it was Arcane. Well, it was Arcane. Wait, was it published by Bethesda?
I don't. Let's look that up real quick.
No, no, it was, or was it just Xbox? No, because Bethesda owns Arcane, right? And then of course Xbox owns them.
Redfall. Hey, let me look this up real quick because I know for a
Okay,
fact Arcane is in
I could have sworn Bethesda owned Arcane.
Redfall. Oh, here we go. Okay, so Redfall is actually listed on Bethesda's main website.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. So
that's a yes.
yeah, so okay, developed by Arcane Austin and published by Bethesda Software. Okay, okay. All right, so you're right, you're right. So Arcane made it, but Bethesda published it. But of course, it's all in house under Xbox, so everyone's looking at Big Daddy Phil.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, it's still ultimately an Xbox game, but like, come on, like, how do you go from publishing Hi-Fi Rush, one of the best games you published ever, to Redfall, your de facto worst, biggest pile of crap game you've ever published
Yeah,
ever.
dude. And one people were looking forward to from what I read, people were looking forward to Redfall.
Yeah, but then what happened. I don't even know what kind of state the game is now. Still, like, I imagine sometime in the future there's gonna be like Redfall videos where it's like, oh, Redfall retrospective 1 year later, Redfall retrospective 5 years later. How Bethesda failed Redfall. Right, Redfall sucked.
I
Right?
would
There's gonna be a bunch of obituaries about it in
absolutely.
retrospectives.
Yeah. I think it. I'm willing to bet money it'll be on that channel. What went wrong? You know that channel, that details like the horrors of like video game development for certain
Well,
games.
there's a lot. There's a lot that are devoted to that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, there's one.
I yeah, I watch Backpack Muscles in his What Happened series.
I think that
That's what I do.
that's the one I was referring to because I know you
With the Skelly man.
yes,
He's like a purple Skelly dude.
yeah, and you sent me one for Trails in the Sky the second because apparently
Yes,
yes,
because the localization process was a fucking nightmare.
yep, it's still a nightmare. I feel bad that fans think like us Westerners demand like localization instead of just learning Japanese, but hey, whatever. But
I
yes,
need my RPGs.
give my RPG, my anime. But
Man.
but yeah, so that was Starfield. I'll let you say your next
Well,
game on the
speaking
list.
of JRPGs, well, this is actually a game I spoke about, I believe, last episode because last episode we talked about the Steam Next Fest,
Yes.
right? I think it was last episode, and it's Sea of Stars, which is
Yes.
a 2D pixel art based, turn based RPG game done in the fashion of Japanese RPG games. Again, just like your mom used to make.
Yes.
And it's done very much kind of like in the style of Chrono Trigger.
hmm
It doesn't have like the waiting bar, right? It's traditional turn based, but it does have like tag team attacks, which is something that was used a lot in Chrono Trigger, and it's also kind of like Octopath Traveler because it has that emphasis on exploiting enemy weaknesses to break their attacks, so you can stop their turns and you can do big damage on them.
hmm
And I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it because I already spoke about it a lot, but I did play the demo for the Steam Next Fest, and it was like a good 30-minute demo. It was actually much longer than I thought it would be. And it was really cool. It gave you a little small taste of the story, the character interactions, the beautiful artwork. Gave you a boss battle in the end. You had some fights before then. You had solved some puzzles in the dungeon, and I mean, yeah, the game is just oozing with charm and tons of visual charisma. I really loved it. I can't wait to play it. I think it comes out in August. I mean, August is gonna be so stacked.
Yes, dude. It really is going to be
August
stacked.
and September. So I mean, that's pretty much it on what I got on Sea of Stars. A lot of stars here. Starfield, Sea of Stars. What do we got next?
All the stars. Okay.
Stars.
Stars. Sorry, I couldn't recall.
Stars.
My bad, dude. All right, is it my turn?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, sweet. This one is more for me, but I really hope that we can get into it. I think it's set to release in September. Payday 3. I'm very excited for Payday 3.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about Payday 3. I keep forgetting about it 'cause I'm not a big Payday fan.
Yeah, I know. I know you're not. Yeah, yeah, and I think I really hope that we can get into it again because when we played Payday 2, um, you know, it was kind of hard to get into it, and also it was just the two of us, and it's made for like four-player co-op. So
Hmm.
I really like the heisting, like I guess heisting is a genre now, but dude, it was so good, and they just showed gameplay footage of it, of them robbing a bank, and it was very detailed. They were throwing sticky cameras on walls and on corners, and also to have surveillance. And Jesse, they were also putting sticky cameras on actual like people. So people were walking around,
What?
and yes, dude, and they were having footage of the dude, and they had like footage of everywhere of where the dude was, and I thought that was so fucking sick. I was like, what? Oh my god, that's such a small little detail, but it's gonna like change a lot of like gameplay because you can either stealth through the heist or you can go in guns
Hmm.
blazing. Um, so little things like that I think are pretty rad. So I'm very excited um and yeah, I'm looking very much forward to Payday 3 when it comes out. And I think I said September, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it is September. I don't know
Yeah,
when it's coming out
I
because
I
I
I, I
haven't been keeping up with it at
yeah,
all.
if I remember correctly, I think it's September, which is also when Starfield comes out. So Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit coming out.
Oh my god, damn. Yeah, so I'll
Well,
probably
I mean,
wait. I'll probably wait a bit before I get Payday 3.
yeah.
And if I don't have enough people to play with, honestly, I might not even pick it up. But I would love to get a squad for that game. So,
Okay. Well, I'm down for it. I wouldn't mind. I always enjoy playing some games with you.
thanks, friend. Me too. Me
And
too.
speaking of games we can play together, this actually that's actually the last thing I was going to talk about, but I think this is a good segue. It's a game that's very, very close to coming out. In fact, it's coming out just next week, and it's a very, yes,
Oh,
very highly anticipated game. Been in early access for about 3 years at this point, and it is Baldur's Gate 3, the latest entry in the Baldur's Gate series, which is a setting in the Dungeons and Dragons universe. It's an RPG based on that setting, and it's going to be a game that's going to follow the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition rules. It's going to be big epic RPG game. It's going to be God only knows how many hours long. It's going to let you do pretty much all the things that you could do in an actual D&D game, which to me is insane because this is probably the purest form of this is like the purest one-to-one translation of D&D into a video game I have ever seen.
I can confirm that firsthand. I really I
Yeah, so James here has actually played a little bit of it. How about you tell us about it?
absolutely. So, before I went on my vacation last week, I actually picked up Baldur's Gate because I was reading, because the story had come out. Well, I mean, I'll give background on it. A story had come out that a bunch of developers were coming together, um, to essentially say, "Hey, listen, do not hold us to the same standard as Baldur's Gate because it's an anomaly. It's not fair to compare us to Baldur's Gate." And what's interesting is that comment came from well, I think we talked about this. It came from the developer of one of the Next Fest games that you played, El Paso Elsewhere. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that developer, I don't know what his name is, but he was
Yeah, it
essentially
has a weird name. Exaltier, something like that. It's a weird name, but
that
you were saying.
that sounds like a name I would give my Baldur's Gate character. But but in any case, so he came on Twitter and was essentially talking about Baldur's Gate and how big of a game it was and how detailed it was and how that kind of a game would put studios under. And essentially what he was saying is it would not be fair to put indie game developers to the standard of Baldur's Gate. Which, in his defense, that is absolutely correct. But no one would ever think to put a small indie developer and be like, "Hey, I want you to make a game like Baldur's Gate, or we're not going to play your game," because that's not really fair.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you know, Larian, this is their niche, this is their genre, this is the kind of game that they are. Honestly, they're the masters of it. So it's not fair at all to put you to that standard. But what happened was a lot of big developers like EA and Activision, and I think Insomniac as well, they started to come out
Uh
and be
huh.
like, "Yeah, that's right. You shouldn't hold us to that standard because what's happening with Baldur's Gate is, it's a once in a lifetime thing. Like this doesn't happen all the time." And everyone's like, "Whoa, whoa, hang on one second. Wait, you guys have shitloads of money, more than enough resources to make a game twice as big as this. And what? That makes no sense. Of course, we're going to hold you to that standard because you can make something like this, but you choose not to." So I thought it was interesting. So anyway, I saw that story and I was like, "Oh shit. Big game developers are scared of Baldur's Gate? I must buy this game now." But but I was gonna wait until the release date. But I was reading that the early access people, if you buy the game in early access, you'll get a free upgrade to the digital deluxe edition. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, all right, fuck it. I'll just buy the game right now, and I'll just play a little bit of it anyway because the saves in the early access are not going to carry over. It's gonna be completely wiped clean on release day. So I was like, screw it. I'll just pick a make.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, yes. So the saves that you have in early access, they will not work when the game releases fully on August 3rd, I believe.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
so even more of a reason. I'll explain why in a minute. But yeah, so I just bought it and I just turned it on and I started playing it just to see, what kind of a game I was dealing with because this is my first time playing a Larian Studios like game in the vein of Divinity Original Sin, kind of gameplay. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dude, and it was good. Character creator was detailed as fuck. There's a lot of options. It is essentially like D&D. You make a character, you make a race, you pick a class, you pick a background for that class, and you also pick a background for your character, and each background will give you certain bonuses to certain feats like charisma or acrobatics. It it's funny because it felt like the D&D campaign that you had ran with me and Rizzo,
Mm-hmm.
the Curse of Strahd. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
which that was my first time playing D&D period. So I've been looking for something to
Mm-hmm.
scratch the D&D itch, and this scratched it for me in more ways than one. It was amazing, and I can't wait to actually play it with people because we can play it from scratch, um, just like a regular campaign, and it's gonna be great. I'm very excited, and I think everyone is gonna love it. And
Yeah.
I think the report said, um, I think one of the YouTubers that I was watching on the game said that there's like
Mm-hmm.
17,000 different endings for Baldur's Gate 3.
That's probably like, oh, like this. It's like
Yeah,
all the variations are gonna be super minor, and
yeah, I think
that's probably grossly exaggerated too.
yeah, I think so. I think, well, I don't know, man, because but anyway, so I think the main ending for like the main story, I think it's gonna boil down to like two or three choices, and then you have like the ripple effects throughout the world. I think that's where the thousands of variations come in. So we'll see. But I'm excited because me and Jesse and our friend Manny, we're gonna play tomorrow, and we're just gonna roll random characters, and we're gonna pick the worst decisions possible to see how far we can we can take
Yeah, I can't wait.
it.
Yeah, since now you said that the saves don't carry over, now I'm like more motivated to just do
Yeah,
whatever the
yeah.
fuck I
Honestly,
want.
dude,
Just fuck
we're just
around.
gonna go ape shit, and it's funny because there's a point that I got to because I didn't play much, but there is a decision that that I didn't make that now I'm curious to see what kind of decision we will make when we get to that point. If it even comes up, because I think it was like a random encounter that I just happened to be lucky in encountering. But yeah, man, Baldur's Gate 3 uh for the D&D itch that you need to scratch. It's going to be great. I'm very
A
excited.
bitch of an itch.
Yes.
All right. So, what's your next game?
Honestly, dude, those are like the main ones I want. Like all the ones that we talked about were the main ones. Some of the other ones were just kind of like basic, not basic, but like standard expectations that we're looking forward to. Honestly, what are these?
No, just list off a few.
Yeah, well, honestly, dude, this game I can't even play until like 2 years down the line. Uh,
Oh,
Spider-Man 2.
yeah, I didn't put it on my list because I can't play it.
But hey,
I don't have PS5 yet.
yeah, and I probably by the time you get a PS5 is when they'll release it for the fucking computer. But
Well, no, I'm gonna get a PS5 for in the holidays. I'm gonna try and get
oh,
one.
okay, rad. All right then. Well, no,
So I'll see if I can nab one on Black Friday or Cyber Monday.
cool, very very nice. But yeah, so Spider-Man 2, but that's like later. Assassin's
Mm-hmm.
Creed Mirage I think comes out this year. I don't know when it comes out. Does it come out?
October.
October? Okay. I'm
Mm-hmm.
interested in that, and
Me too.
yes, and I'm interested in that very much so. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. There's nothing else on my my agenda as far as games, unless there's like a another obscure game like Hi-Fi Rush that comes out under the radar. I don't really see anything else.
Okay. Well, actually, I have two that I can bundle together, and then I have one more after that.
Go for it, man.
Yeah. So the two that I'll bundle together, the reason I'm bundling them together is because these are games that I already played during the Steam Next Fest also, which in hindsight I probably should have bundled it with Sea of Stars. and that is Viewfinder, which actually already came out.
Yes, dude.
I haven't been able to play it yet, but I am looking forward to playing it a lot because the game fucking blew my mind. And every time I watch gameplay of it, all the comments are like, "How the fuck did they make this? Like this fucking black magic that they that I'm seeing with my eyes." Right. So, if you find it really quick, it's pretty much a cerebral first person puzzle game in the same vein as like Portal. That's has kind of like a really out there puzzle mechanics. And essentially, what you do is you have a Polaroid and you take a picture of the environment, and then you take the picture out, and then wherever you place that picture in the environment becomes reality. So you take a picture of a staircase, you put the staircase in the air, and all of a sudden there's a staircase in the air. You like a barrel, right? Same thing. Take a picture of the barrel, makes a copy of the barrel. Take a picture of the floor. You know, you make floors so you can have extra space to walk on, and you pretty much have to use the camera and your brain to try and get to the exit, and so you can get to the next level. And that's pretty much what you do throughout the whole game. So that game looks really really cool. Absolutely blew my mind. Can't wait to play it. Um, the next one, actually, whoa, there's yeah two. Yeah, I see it here on the list. Two, and there's one more, and another one. Okay, so I'll just go through them quickly because it's kind of late, to be honest. I'm not even sure we're gonna be able to get through the other news because
It's okay.
we're already
We'll
kind of
save
going
we'll
over
save it for
time here.
next time. We'll save it for next time.
Uh, so the next one is Lies of P, which is
Mm.
pretty much Pinocchio but Bloodborne, or Bloodborne but Pinocchio, and it's very much a Bloodborne Souls-like game. Really, really difficult. Has similar mechanics to it. You get some souls. You kill enemies. If you die, then you drop your souls, and you have to go and pick them up again. Really hard boss fights. Has really cool atmosphere. Has like this cool Victorian era steampunk look to it.
Yeah.
And you're like in this really dreary, dark Bloodborne town, except it's all steampunk and stuff. And the game is really cool. Like it's a Korean made game, but it's being made by Nexon, or a company owned by Nexon, I think. So a lot of times, like when games are made outside of Japan or America, I kind of expect some kind of level of jank. But this game's actually pretty polished. Like it's not janky. Everything feels pretty good for the most part.
Hmm.
Just a few issues with maybe the dodging. The dodging feels a little iffy, but I think they said they were going to fix it so they can make it a little bit faster because it was a very common complaint. And that comes out in September. So let's hopefully that's going to be a really cool game. That's definitely something I'm probably going to get at launch along with Starfield. So my wallet's already going to fucking die in the next 2 months. And then after that, so that's my two games that are bundled. Then one game here that's that I actually played two Steam Next Fests ago is called Turbo Overkill, which is a indie first person boomer shooter where you play as a cyborg with chainsaw for legs.
Ooh, I don't think I've heard of this one.
Yes, all right, look it up. It's a super cool game. It takes place in like this cyberpunk setting, and you play as a cyborg with chainsaw legs. The thing is that when you slide, he actually pulls the chainsaws out of his kneecaps, and he can actually chainsaw whatever he collides with.
Turbo Overkill, you said, right?
Yeah, Turbo Overkill.
Okay.
It's supposed to come out next month. It was going to come out this month, but they pushed it back to August, and it's a game that's been in early access for some time now.
Okay.
But obviously, it's very close to completion. And from what I played in the demo, it was really cool. A lot of cool guns. The guns felt really good. There's a lot of exploration, cool monsters or cool enemies to kill. Of
Ooh.
course, you got your chainsaws. The chainsaws are freaking cool, right? We went from yeah, we went from people having chainsaw hands to people having chainsaw faces, like Chainsaw Man, and now we have dudes with freaking chainsaw legs.
The circle is now complete.
Yes,
Dude,
I'm waiting for a chainsaw penis at this point. I want a chainsaw penis.
dude, don't give the modders of Cyberpunk any ideas.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, I want my chainsaw cock. Come on, just put some fucking chainsaw dick in there.
Oh my God. We'll get there.
Want some hot pelvic chainsaw action?
Oh my God, dude. That's funny. But I just looked at I just looked at some gameplay of it on Steam. It looks fucking dope.
Right? It looks super cool, man. And I'm always down for a boomer shooter. I love boomer shooters. Actually, one of the games. Well, maybe I should have put this in the list, but for games that I played this year, it's Warhammer Bolt Gun, which
Yes.
is another boomer shooter, right? Really, it's a cool game, but I mean, the main issue with it was that it's just way too fucking long.
Oh, it's
It's yeah, it's too long. It's surprisingly very long. It's for what it is. It's about like 10 hours long. About anywhere between 10 to 12 hours long. But the problem is the game kind of runs out of ideas about halfway through. Like you pretty much have all the guns you're gonna get, and you pretty much fought all the enemy types you're gonna fight.
okay.
So from then on, it's just you just going from level to level, killing enemies, and it's not like say Doom Eternal, even though it wants to be like Doom Eternal because it doesn't have the same level of depth as Doom Eternal, and it doesn't have like puzzles to solve and stuff to break up the action. You're very much just going from place to place, just shooting shit, and that can get a little old after a while if you don't have new ways of shooting shit or new stuff to shoot at.
Yeah, I understand.
So I guess in hindsight, you could put that on my list. A good game though. It is a good game. I do recommend it.
Hmm.
It is. It's a very good game. If you love Warhammer, it's a great game. If you love Boomer Shoomers, it's a great game. But I digress. So the final game on my list of games I'm most anticipated, and it's actually a game that saw more gameplay footage today, was Armored Core 6. Actually, Yang Ye had a video on it. Did you see it?
No, I did see the his video on Armored Core.
Mm. Yeah, so he got to play through the first 5 or so hours of the game, and I mean, just like everyone says, or just like everyone thought, um, it's a dope ass game. Like it's really cool mecha combat. You're zipping around and stuff, shooting other mechs, exploring the environment. You have these big open worlds where you have to complete objectives. You can complete them in any order you want, but there's probably like little secrets lying around and stuff.
Hmm.
And it's a FromSoft game through and through from what I've heard. It's challenging, but completely fair, and it actually borrows a lot of stuff from previous FromSoft games like Dark Souls and Sekiro, but it's still very much an Armored Core game, which is something FromSoft has always done really well. They've always managed to borrow things from their previous games while still maintaining the identity of the game they're building. Like Sekiro obviously builds off Dark Souls in some ways. Dark Souls builds off Demon Souls. Demon Souls builds off
Yeah.
King's Field. So this is just another long line of from games of FromSoft just borrowing from itself and making something super cool. And the more gameplay I see of it, the more excited I am for it. And it's about a month away, so it's a game I'm also going to be probably getting day one, and hopefully I can finish it in time before Starfield comes out because I think they come out like a week or two apart.
Hmm.
So hopefully I can finish them. But I mean that's my abbreviated list right there.
Yeah.
I had to go through it really fast because it's getting kind of late to be honest. And this is wow, we went over quite a bit.
Yeah, man. And I was just talking about games, which I'm glad though, because I really felt like um, I've me personally, I felt like I haven't been contributing much to the discussion of certain games, but I feel like I've been getting a
Hmm.
lot better at explaining, my opinion and why that is for a lot of stuff. So I'm actually glad
Hmm.
um, that we're kind of having a good chunk of time. I see it.
Yeah,
First,
but unfortunately, I will probably have to call it here because
this is an excellent.
it's late. I have work very early.
This is an excellent stopping point, friend. We'll save it for the next one.
Yeah, we'll save it for next. We'll talk schedule after we're done closing. But
Absolutely.
you wanna close it out for us?
Yes, sirree.
Close our episode. Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for listening in to our podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like and comment. If you did not like our episode, that's fine too. Forward it to somebody because they might like it. You never know. Or send it to your enemy if you find us boring and they might despise us. Just send it their way. Let them know like, hey, we don't like you. But in any case, thank you very much for listening to us talk about our favorite games, our favorite upcoming games, and we will see you in the next one. And thank you so much for your support, guys. You
Yep. And don't forget, we're also on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. So if that's your preferred platform, head on over there, give us a listen, click on the download button. We're not just on YouTube. we appreciate we appreciate love from all the platforms, whichever your platform of choice is. With that being said, thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. Have a great one. Peace.